The following video is a tribute to and roasting of Dr. John Davis, who is retiring from his medical practice after many years. John has been my physician for quite some time, and I wanted to thank him for everything he's done for me by roasting him and chewing him up into tiny little bits. All voices on this video, both spoken and sung, are being done by myself. John, buckle up.
Howdy, y'all. That Dr. John Davis, he's good. We done asked him to come practice here in Mayberry, but I reckon he was just too darn busy. Isn't that right, Barney?
You know it, Ange. Mr. High and Mighty himself. Mayberry wasn't good enough for him. Dr. Davis had to work in the big city, Kerrville, Texas. Well, I hope that made him happy.
Hey, Barney, don't you be saying nothing bad about Dr. Davis. He introduced me to my beloved Romina. In fact, I like him so much that I hardly ever throw rocks through his windows anymore.
Good afternoon, Mr. Phelps. The man in the photo is Dr. John Davis, who is recently retired from medicine. He is a great physician, and your mission, should you decide to accept it, will be to take him to Guantanamo and, through extensive mind conditioning training, convince him to return to his practice. Good luck, Jen.
Damn, that'll be harder than trying to make Joe Biden sound like a genius. Talk about an impossible mission.
Look, sweetheart, I'm a private eye, but I got better things to do than to scrape back alleys for this John D. Davis.
I can do it. All I have to do is explain how everyone loves him. If that doesn't work, I will just tell him that I'll be back to terminate him.
This is Detective Colombo. I could track this Dr. Davis down for a while, get some dirt on him. Then we can blackmail him into coming back. Piece of cake.
Hello, angels. This is Charlie. I'm sending you to Kerrville, Texas to entice Dr. John Davis to return to his medical practice. If the three of you can't get him to return, then there's no hope at all for the old boy.
Oh, I told Archie I was sick and had to see Dr. Davis. He said, Edith, what's wrong with you? No doctor can fix. Hi, this is Elroy Jetson, and the reason that I love Dr. Davis so much is that, like me, most of the time he's all spaced out.
Elroy, don't be disrespectful to Dr. Davis, or your next shot won't be in your arm.
You know, when I first saw John Davis, I just asked him for a little pick-me-up. He introduced me to Viagra, and since then, well, it's been a wonderful life.
My name is Speedy Gonzalez, and I am the fastest mouse in all of Mexico. Señoras y señoras, I can thank Dr. Juan Davis for my speed. But don't tell no Juan, because speed is a controlled substance. Arriba!
This is the late Lorne Green. Dr. Davis isn't just a fine doctor, but he's an excellent wealth manager also. He built his wealth well into a real bonanza.
Hello, friends. I've played a lot of evil, fiendish doctors in my life, but compared to Dr. John Davis, I'm nothing more than Mary Poppins.
This is Dr. Claw. I like everything that is evil, wicked, and corrupt. That's why I love John Davis.
Hello, boys and ghouls. Are you ready to be scared to death? Then ask about the time that John Davis operated on his own mother-in-law.
This is Vincent Price, and that man scares me almost as much as Dr. Davis himself.
Hello, I'm Peter Lorre. Talk about scary. I've seen Dr. Davis first thing in the morning. Ooh.
I'm not saying that John Davis is a monster, but then again, I'm not saying that he's a monster.
Hello, this is your old buddy Bingy Boy, and if there's anything I enjoy more than singing, it's watching that evil look on Dr. Davis's face
When toward the end of the exam, he asks you to drop your drawers.
Like, hey, John.
Yeah, what is it, Cheech?
Like, how come you like that Dr. Davies so much?
I don't know, man. I think it's all the drugs he gives me.
John D. Davis is my doctor. I think that man is insane. After he gives me my treatment, I leave with a sore body filled with pain.
This is Yogi Bear, and John Davis told me I'm smarter than the average bear. Isn't that right, Boo-Boo?
No, Yogi. Dr. Davis said you're fatter than the average bear and need to lose some weight.
Yeah, you smartass.
With all this corny shtick about Dr. Davis, I might as well go back to Hooterville.
Dr. John D. Davis is as good as it gets, man. Here's Johnny.
This is H. Ross Perot, Texas billionaire and former presidential candidate. I wanted to be Dr. Davis's patient, but hell, I couldn't afford his fees.
Hi, this is Charlie the Tuna from Starkist. Everybody knows that I have great taste, but in spite of that, I still like Dr. John Davis.
Hello, America. This is Casey Kasem. Today, we're going to count down the top 40 medical malpractice lawsuits of Dr. John D. Davis and find out how he bribed his way out of all of them.
Hey, babies, this is the Wolfman Jack, and I got 3 things to say. First, Casey Kasem is full of crap. Second, John Davis is the best doctor of all time. And third, John Davis, you know where to send my check. Peace, babies!
This is Sir Cedric Hardwick. John Davis was given the Best New Singer of 1972 award in Romania. He accepted the award, although they had mistaken him for Mac Davis. The mistake was discovered, but to this day, he refuses to return the award.
Yo, this is Alf. I came here to praise Dr. John D. Davis because Tex promised me 5,000 big ones to do it. I didn't know he meant pesos.
Dr. Davis is a straight shooter, but very blunt. I said, Doc, have the test results come in yet? I'm dying of curiosity. Then he said, actually, not only from curiosity.
Would you believe that years ago, Dr. John Davis was the official doctor for our spy agency Control? Our jobs were dangerous, so his phone number was the first one we had stored on our shoe phones.
This is Alec Guinness, and I went to Dr. Davis, and he claimed that I was as healthy as a horse. And then he added, a horse with kidney stones.
Ibida, this is Latka. When Dr. Davis rode in my cab, he smelled like onions and goulash, just like my mother used to make.
Latka, Dr. Davis rode in my cab, too. He paid in exact change. When I asked for a tip, he said, okay, avoid sugar as much as you can.
Oh, man, all this talk about John Davis has given me a headache.
You know what that means, Jim? You should go see Dr. Davis right away.
My fellow Americans, the assassination of our president has been the greatest tragedy in our history. The second greatest tragedy is Dr. John D. Davis leaving his practice. I am not a crook. There are no records available of me ever affiliating with Dr. John D. Davis. As an ex-peanut farmer, I judge a man by his honesty and his integrity. So rather than talk bad about the man, I won't say anything about Dr. John Davis. Well, John D. Davis was the doctor who diagnosed my Alzheimer's. He told me something great one time, but I can't seem to remember what it was.
At this juncture, although it comes close, the resignation of Dr. John D. Davis does not constitute a national emergency.
John Davis once gave me great advice. I wish I had listened to him when he said, "Mr. President, keep it in your pants." Dr. John Davis, a good man, a terrible doctor, but a good man.
I assembled a large group of physicians when I outlined my new healthcare plan, but I had to kick out Dr. John Davis out of the assembly because his constant laughter was disrupting the meeting.
Dr. John Davis, Dr. Davis. He was the one who, man, did the thing he did.
John D. Davis. Pretty great doctor, by the way. Very great. Very best. So now that he's become so great at his job, what does he do? He quits. You can't quit, Dr. Davis. You're fired.
Some people say that John Davis is a good doctor, but that's not true. He's not good. He's great.
Boingo J. Mose here, and the reason I like Dr. John Davis is that unlike my friend Rocky the Flying Squirrel, he doesn't sit around playing with his nuts all day.
Comrade John Davis was good doctor, but pain in ass. As Russian spy, I tried to pay in rubles, but he wouldn't have any of that.
This is Charlton Heston, and Dr. John D. Davis was my doctor. And holy Moses, he's good.
Me and John used to go hunting together. So we, John, but when you bent over, your butt walked just like that wascally wabbit. But at least you have a good doctor, too.
What's up, Doc? Enjoy your retirement, and I'll see you in Albuquerque.
Also, Dr. Davis, very wise man. He explained blood flow like this. He say, you can hear the blood in your veins if you listen very closely. My oh my, can you believe it? Before I started seeing Dr. Davis, I suffered from extreme hyperactivity.
If Dr. Davis was one of my cakes, he wouldn't have flopped long ago.
Hi, it's me, Huckleberry Hound, the little blue dog. I heard that John Davis has multiple personalities. That's okay with me, 'cause he's good people. Ah, mon ami, Dr. Davis has helped many sick people. He is the opposite of my mother-in-law. She makes people sick, huh?
This is Joe Pesci. John Davis is a real good fella, 'cause he ain't never snitched on me or any of my boys.
This is Jonathan Winters, and here's my impression of Dr. John Davis when he's audited by the IRS. You see, he goes quiet, just like that.
Hello, friends. Did you know that if it weren't for the quiet, behind-the-scene contributions of Dr. John Davis, polka music might have disappeared a long time ago?
This is Leslie Nielsen. John Davis completely cured me of burping, farting, and projectile vomiting. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Of course I love that wonderful man, John Davis. But then again, I love all men. Hello, I'm Lucky the Leprechaun. Kids are always trying to take away me Lucky Charms. I thank Dr. Davis for introducing me to pepper spray. Now those little bastards stay far away.
Hello, boys and girls. Why does Dr. Davis always talk to patients in the exam rooms? Doesn't he have an office? No. You want to know why? 'Cause he has a Mickey Mouse operation.
Wow. I didn't know that Dr. Davis was such a popular guy. Who'd he sleep with to get so popular?
I'm so proud of my Dr. John D. Davis, a gentleman who's always had my back. He has shown such skill and understanding, and in spite of people calling him a quack.
I ran out of my very first appointment with Dr. Davis and never came back. He said, "Don't worry, I always do the prostate exam at the very end." When I asked why, he said, "Because I always save the fun stuff for last."
This is Sir David Attenborough. I am now 100 years old, and I attribute that to Dr. John Davis, who introduced me to weeded single-barrel bourbon many years ago. Best dietary supplement ever.
Dangerous with a knife, that's John D. Davis, you will fear for your life. Let angels save us from his painful surgery, so we won't die.
My name's Joe Friday. My partner's name is Bill Gannon. I carry a badger. We were tasked to track down Dr. John D. Davis. He was slippery as an eel and ran a gambling parlor in the basement of his medical practice.
Hey, Joe, this roast to Dr. Davis is going to take forever if you keep running your mouth like that. Gosh, I always wanted to say that.
How you lie, sir? Let me tell you something. Dr. Davis must be part Cajun, yeah, 'cause he could eat his weight in crawfish, boudin, and gumbo. I guarantee.
Good afternoon. I can certainly attest that if Dr. John D. Davis had not been my mother's chief physician, she would not have lived so long. Blast you, Davis.
Tonight on The Larry King Show, Dr. John D. Davis explains how a good physician, even in a small town like Kerrville, Texas, can make a fortune if he works hard at it and double dips the insurance.
Ah, Tattoo, you went to see Dr. Davis about your rectal warts, did you not?
Yes, boss, I did.
And how did that go?
Oh, boss, the pain!
After Dr. Davis removed my tumor, I was still alive. I looked at the heavens and said, thank you, and may God bless.
I went to Comrade Dr. Davis. I said, "Doctor, I have sore throat." He said, "Open door and stick out your tongue." So I opened exam room door and stuck out tongue. I asked if that would help my sore throat. He said, "No, I just hate that nurse in hall."
This is Orson Welles. Dr. Davis told me that I had to stop drinking. He said he'd give me something to help, but it was fatal if I drank alcohol with it. So I asked if I could come back in a week to get it. He agreed. That gives me a whole week to drink all my wine before it's time.
I went to see Dr. Davis, and he told me that he had been trying to invent a more powerful pill for erectile dysfunction, but had to give up on it because the competition was so stiff.
This is Red Fox. Dr. John Davis told me that I had 8 weeks to live, but when I couldn't pay the bill, he gave me another 6 months.
This is the late Robert Stack. If truth be told, as doctors go, John D. Davis is one of America's most wanted.
Hello, ladies. This is Richard Simmons. If you really want to lose weight, then go see Dr. Davis. Because in order to pay his bill, you'll really have to work your butts off.
Dr. John D. Davis, a beloved small-town physician, about to end a brilliant career, but who will now wander off to meet new challenges in the very heart of the Twilight Zone.
Dr. Davis's instructions on my medications were very easy. He only had to explain them to me 5 times.
This is Sean Connery. Dr. John Davis was a big fan of mine. He once asked me, "Being such a ladies' man, what do you say to get a woman interested?" I told him to just look her right in the eye and say, "Drop your panties, dear."
This is Sylvester Stallone. Dr. Davis once told me that I was impotent. I didn't know what that meant, so I went home and Googled it. But nothing popped up.
This is Dr. Ruth Westhammer. Dr. John Davis and I co-authored a book together many years ago. It was called How to Enjoy Sex. even with your own spouse.
Hello, this is Grandpa Amos, and that gall-darn Dr. John Davis, he's a real McCoy.
Houston, 104 KRBE with your boogeyman, Barry K. Coming up this hour, ladies, your chance to win a date with Dr. John D. Davis. He ain't too pretty, but his private jet is so large that it has a parking garage in it.
This is William Conrad. As we wrap up this roast of Dr. John D. Davis, I remind everyone that it was done to honor a fine man who has faithfully served many patients for so many years. His devotion to his skills and patients is worthy of a wonderful retirement to enjoy his life, family, and friends. All comments made here were written and voiced by Tex Brashear with the utmost respect. Congratulations, John, and thank you for everything. God bless you, sir.
Good night, John. And good night, Gracie.